Hello everyone, it's Nathan from Nathan's DIY Garage, and today we're working on the E53. If you saw yesterday's video, after the catch can install, we got the bad PCV valve from O'Reilly's, and we went and drilled that out. That was bad. It stopped up. It started leaking oil tremendously bad. So this morning, got up, I went and pulled the dipstick out, and I've seen this a couple times. You take a little block of wood, a little piece of 2x4. Once you pull the dipstick out, you can tap down the tube. And what this thing's problem was, the O-ring wasn't bad, but it actually pushed up the dipstick, I guess when it pressurized, because it couldn't breathe because of that. And I just had to back down, the oil leak stopped. I got the cardboard under it. Yep, there's only one little tiny drop. That's probably dripping off everything else. Everything else is good to go. This thing was leaking, man, just crazy amounts of oil yesterday. So those of you that know me know I freaking hate skid plates, because what a skid plate does, it keeps you from seeing where stuff's dripping. On Live's BMWs are pretty sensitive as far as the coolant goes, and you can see in this one I pulled it off. There's coolant here, there's coolant there, and obviously there's oil there. So especially with power steering, reservoir leaks, when you're leaking from these hoses on the can or down where it goes in the pump, something as simple as a hose clamp tightening could cause you a tremendous problem. Now on the C53, on the M54s, they have, let's see if I get the focus here, they have push lock hoses. I don't know if you can see that or not. There you go. But this one is actually dripping out of the sensor. So we just went ahead and turned it off. We're gonna let it cool down. That sensor does have an O-ring on it. It is a push lock, just like the hoses up here are. You can see right here. And this thing was using a little bit of water every once in a while. I had to add like a coffee cup of coolant to it once a week. And I saw a little bit of seepage around that, so we're gonna pull that out. We're going to clean the O-ring, clean the hole out, and pop it back in. Also on this guy, and this could have been a hugely fatal problem. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me try to see if it'll brighten up there. Yeah, down the bottom of the coolant reservoir down here, there's a hose that pops in the bottom of the tank. That hose wasn't latched. So somebody's had this apart. It wasn't me. Didn't lock that in right. So we're gonna leave some coolant. I might go ahead and just unsnap all this stuff. I might go ahead and clean the O-rings. I like to use WD-40 and microfiber. Make sure they're really clean. Make sure nothing's got an issue. We'll snap all that back together. That'll take care of that. If it keeps dripping, I'm just gonna go and order 2 new hoses for it, a new coolant overflow tank, and possibly the bottom hoses that go on the side of the tank down here. We probably don't need those, but we're just need to make sure it doesn't leak. If it starts to leak worse when you're driving and you don't look at the gauge, you look over, it'll be in the red, and then all of a sudden you're putting a head gasket on it and redrilling the head bolts.